It is upwards today, back focused. Another day on the Strive pull down. Best back machine in the world. Today I'm going to rotate and do bent over rows. Last week I did RDLs, so I did bent over rows today to start with. And then go back to RDLs next week. And today I'm going to talk you through while I'm warming up the next steps for the gym. I'm getting upstairs ready. We've been struggling with one obstacle of fireproofing the mezzanine, which needs to be done before we can use upstairs. There's different ways of doing it. To keep the same look, we can spray it in fireproof paint, but it's going to make a hell of a mess. We're probably going to have to shut the gym to do it, cover everything. It needs to be professionally done. I got a quote for it, and it was outrageous, the cost. But the main reason for that is we keep the height. So some machines, like the squat rack and the cable machines, they're not far off the ceiling as it is. If you get a drop ceiling, they just won't fit under the drop ceiling because it drops quite a bit underneath the girders. You can get like fireproof plasterboard and secure that to the top before you take them away too much so they'll fit underneath, but then you won't be able to do a pull-up or anything on the squat racks because you just smash your head on the plasterboard, and that's not a good idea for a gym. Like, we can't just say to people don't do a pull-up, because if someone does by accident forget and does a pull-up and smashes their head against the ceiling, then that's not good. So we've been struggling with ideas of how to do that. Options were take out a section of the mezzanine and put squat racks under that. But then we're losing space, which is going to be more expensive to add it back in. And also, if we do something like that, in the lease, we have to get agreed with the landlord because we're going to have to put it back to normal if ever the lease was come to an end. Which obviously it won't, but there's something you've got to cover anyway. So we're thinking of keeping the stairs here, just because there's a gap in the mezzanine here for the stairs. But if we do that, I'm going to have to get a drop ceiling and we have to relocate the squat racks and work out that issue. However, the other day I thought, well, if we move the stairs to the front, I figured out in a sec, we can move, I measured it, you can move these two squat racks here down. So you can fit two squat racks underneath in the area where there's no mezzanine. So you can do pull-ups, shoulder presses, do whatever you want. We've got a third squat rack that we dismantle that we can put here as well. And what we would do is get one squat rack, two squat rack, the third one put under the mezzanine, but cut off the pull-up bars, just so you can't do pull-ups on it. Just to get rid of that worry, smashing your head. And then the cable machine we would put upstairs just because there isn't any weights being dropped on the cable machine. It's a heavy machine, but it's safe to go upstairs. And that would sort the height issue out. And also it's nice having the squat racks in the corner, so people don't have to walk past you to get to the machines if you're doing deadlifts or anything like that. So yeah. And then for the front, let me turn around. So the desk is currently here, and we're struggling to work out where to put the stairs. I'm just going to move my band actually so you guys can see properly. So I'll put you here. So what we're going to do, move the desk into that corner, which didn't really think of. Stairs, don't have to change the chairs, you can just move them, coming down from there. So they'll come out to about here. Make that into a double door, nice shop front. We need to fit two more fire exits. If you put the stairs in the middle, there'll be a fire route to another fire exit there. Shop front, reception, and then you've got the option to go straight upstairs if you want to come in and just use cardio without coming through the gym to go upstairs, which I think is nicer anyway. The main reason I didn't think of that is because it's hassle with the desk, but I think the desk would work better there anyway, because that's where all the fire stuff is, and it's more, gives people more privacy when working out. rather than kind of feel like you're being watched by the desk. So yeah, I'm happy we've started doing that. So we've now got a plan to get upstairs functional. And I think that's going to be a nice layout here as well, nice entrance. So that's going to be a good job done. We just need to get quotes for fireproofing and we need to get the fire exit fitted first, really. And we've started on the third toilet. I'm going to make that into a temporary posing room until upstairs is sorted. So there we go. But now it's time for upper. So I'm going to film some clips of that. Come on. That was same reps, but we weren't the best the last couple, but up by 1 kilo. So, come on.